Hello, my little bonus. Welcome back to some more Harvestella. I... I am going this way. Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. Didn't something say there was a mission or something right here? Whew. Okay, so there's a mission going on inside here somewhere or other, but we just have to find it. We've received time travel. Ah, here we go. A quest. See, everyone always thinks like, oh, it's a rebellious phase, oh, they're being influenced by someone. But could it be that the stress of being the one who's important, the stress of being an extra caregiver to other children your age, just acts on the kid, and the kid just... The kid wants to drop the extra responsibilities of being an extra caregiver that they don't really have to be. But then in the process of dropping the being an extra caregiver, they also drop normal responsibilities like making sure not to break vases and stuff. So I guess that could tie into rebellious phase, but it's not like rebelling for the sake of being rebellious, but instead rebelling because you just don't care anymore. She completely left the orphanage, and now she's just somewhere in the city. Went in that direction. Hey, random stranger, have you seen the girl? Yeah, about this tall, silver hair? Do-do-do-do. The person just vanished, by the way. So, children have a thing of perceived ability, or perceived personality. If you tell a child that they're bad, they're more likely to act bad, because they think, well, if I'm bad, I might as well just be bad. If you tell a child that they're good, they're more likely to act good. It's like, oh well, if I am good, then I should be good. So you can't just admonish? Is that the word? You can't just tell a child that they've been acting bad. It's like, oh my gosh, you're such a bad kid, you should stop being bad. Because then they'll think, well, if I'm a bad kid, I might as well just be a bad kid, because that's all I am anyway. Or if you tell them something more like, oh, I know you're a good kid, so why are you doing this? From the perspective of someone who was a kid, that doesn't work. From the perspective of an adult who works with kids, apparently that works perfectly fine. But as a kid, I remember hearing like, oh, you're such a good kid, I don't know why you're doing this. It's like, well, I'm doing this sort of stuff. I'm not a good kid. Stop trying to belittle me like this. Oh, but you're such a good kid. Why'd you do this bad thing? I don't know, maybe if you had listened to me when I tried to explain myself and not dismiss me for making excuses. When I tell you, like, yeah, I pushed that kid, but it was an accident, and you say, oh, you're such a good kid, why would you intentionally push that other kid? It's like, no, it was an accident. Like, I was coming off of the slide, took a few steps to get my balance, and there was someone standing right there that I bumped into. It was an accident. I didn't see them before I went down the slide, and by the time I saw them, it was too late to stop. Yeah, I bumped into them. It was an accident. really, you should be talking to them about, hey, don't stand right in, like, you don't stand in the way of someone coming off of a slide. But no, it's my fault. Oh, you're such a good kid. I don't know why you would choose to do that. I didn't choose to do it. Yet I'm the one in trouble for playing on the playground in a way that I'm supposed to be playing on the playground, and they're not in trouble for standing in the way. But if it was me walking in front of a slide, I'd get pulled off to the side and scolded. Hey, you shouldn't stand in front of the slide. Someone could be coming out of it and, you know, bump right into you. So it's bad when I do it, but it's fine when other people do it. This is getting a little bit off topic. So here we have the main quest line that we're supposed to go through, but also we have this other stuff as well. I think the idea of a game with like an overarching timer to it, like a Harvest Moon game like this, how it's like, oh, time is passing, time is passing. You only have so much time.
I've never seen anything
like it helps to go through the game faster. But it's also totally a bad thing, because like, oh, this environment looks neat. But I'm disincentivized from exploring the environment because, oh hey, time is passing, time is passing, time is passing. So I can't just wander around and look at things like, oh hey, this chest. Like, well, obviously that's off the path. And I feel like that they almost made the environments with that in mind. Like that they made the environment knowing, hey, the person is going to be on a time limit. We don't have to put a whole bunch of detail into any particular thing. Good. Just put in enough detail that when the person walks past it, it looks good. We don't have to put in so much detail. Right? Like, you know what I'm saying? To make it look nice for while you're walking past it. And that's all that really matters. Because the players... And it's like, sure, maybe there's some glitch where, you know, some of these wall collisions aren't perfect. So if you, you know, move right up against a wall in a very specific way...
That was a good workout.
Oh no, there's a run button. Oh, it's one of the things that's going to explode. Sure, let it explode. How could you think that that's just a normal route?
Let's get this over with.
Yeah, get a little bit more
That was a good
XP from fighting
workout.
these things. Oh no! A little bit too late now. Let's run all the way back here. Well, child, it looks like you're gonna be stuck here overnight. You ran off into here, and now you're just gonna be here all night long. Do-do-do-do. Warp to home. Oh, hello. Okay, fine, let's sleep. Sleep, sleep, sleep. Okay, so now I have enough money to buy something. Oh, cool, bombs. Chirp, 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 chirp.
You're looking chirpy for this time in the morning.
Farm work is pretty good when exercised. That doesn't quite make sense, but whatever.
Farm work is
One
pretty
little
good
thing
for
about some of these
exercise.
farming games is sometimes they'll have it be, like... wait. Sometimes in these little farming games, they'll have, like, these rocks or whatever that's blocking off part of your field. But the rocks' starting locations will be randomized. So it's like, oh no, there's a bunch of rocks in a really bad location. Should I just reset to try to get a better location for them? Because, like, I kind of want to reset to get a better location. Equip all of these. Move to the waterside biome. Gather some materials. Work to the hilltop. No, that needs a bomb level 2. Oh, it's way down there that needs bomb level 1. Well, I used my first bomb and I got a new duck. Yeah, that's it. How many seeds do I need? I think I need like 5, so I'll grab 6. Just in case. I could get a kitchen. Or some other upgrade. But I think instead just...
Bye-bye!
keep buying as many cucumber seeds as I can. No, there's these 5 spots here. Okay. Aha, there are 6 spots left.
Welcome home!
Right, perfect. Alright, let's keep going this way. Oh, we could just walk right through it. That's... okay.
Bye-bye!
That's a lot faster than traversing it manually. Well, I guess... yeah, because there's warp spots at either end of it. My companions are invisible. I guess theoretically... it could be faster to, like... run into it, warp across, run back out. We could save some in-game time. Maybe, possibly. Probably not, actually.
That was a good workout!
I remember to eat the food before I run out of stamina, so I'm not just standing around and waiting while my stamina's trying to recover. I always find it kind of strange, speedruns of games that have like built-in timers like this. They never prioritize the in-game timer, right? Because they always prioritize the real-life timer. Because that's how speedruns work. But what about speedrun category for in-game timer? You know, playing Harvestella or playing a Rune Factory game, but beating the game in the minimum amount of in-game days. Interesting.
Is everyone all right?
Doing something that takes up a little bit of extra real-world time, probably for like loading screens and stuff. Oh yeah. Not repairing ladders and whatnot, because that takes up extra in-game time. Because you're planning on just getting through this entire thing in one in-game day. just growing a whole bunch of grass so we can just keep getting stamina so we can keep sprinting. Might just be on the normal speedrun of this game anyway.
Don't push yourself too far.
Let's get this over with.
Take that. Thanks. You're a lifesaver. Is everyone all right?
Oh, I need apple bombs.
Thanks. You're a lifesaver.
That was a good workout.
I don't know what is there to say. Here, I'm going to be spamming one button over and over again.
Let's get this over with.
I'm sorry, I got a red potion, but... Where's my red potion? Dissolves walls of red plants. Got it! Neat. So I think I've talked before about the idea of a game where you can only get money at set intervals. Like in this game, you can only get money by ending the day. Then you wake up on the next day and, hey look, money. And that is strange. Because I believe the original Harvest Moon games were all like that, right? Like, you could only get money at 5 p.m. with the shipping bin. And then Rune Factory also has a shipping bin, but you could also just sell stuff to shopkeepers and get the same amount of money without using the shipping bin. The shipping bin is just there for sake of completion. Because, oh, if you ship enough stuff, then you get me. But then it's like, okay, well, after you ship one item, you don't really need to ship that item at the shipping bin anymore. You can just keep shipping it out. Or just sell it to the store to get money faster. And since you're already at the store
That
that
was a good workout.
you're probably going to want to buy the stuff from, you're all good. And this game, of course, it's not just at 5 p.m. where you can still, you know, harvest your crops, sell the stuff, run to the store, get some money from the shipping, buy seeds to plant them. No, you have to harvest the seeds, sell them, or, you know, harvest the crops, sell them, then the next day, you can use that money to buy new seeds. I really hope that there's a reward point somewhere around here.
Hey, don't you think you should fall back
Yeah,
a
there you
little?
go.
Thanks. You're a lifesaver.
I do like that games are learning that they should make boss fights more obvious instead of, oh, you walked to this trigger, well now you're starting the boss fight. It's like, no! I want to go and save, wait! Yeah, in a minimum in-game time run. Oh my gosh. Rune Factory 4 minimum in-game time. Very, very, very early on in the game. Time is frozen while you, like, learn some of the basics of how to play. So, strictly speaking, the minimum in-game time run of Rune Factory 4 would then have to make use of that.
Thanks. You're a lifesaver.
And considering that at that exact point, you could get quite a few skills up to maximum. So a minimum in-game time to run would then have to spend, or would be encouraged to spend hours upon hours upon hours getting, what, running and throwing, and I think various tool use skills up to maximum level 999. Which feels kind of obsessive, but...
I think we can break.
So why can't we just run around it? So there's also that little area. That's like really far away. That seems like that we should have explored before. And we did not, because I mean, when there's so many paths to follow, you can't follow the wrong path every time. Ooh, silver ore. Yeah, I'd stay and fight, but it doesn't seem like a good use of our time. Do. Warp back to the entrance. Do. Yeah, I guess dropping the ladders is a bit of a weird thing. Yeah, I spent 2 hours building those ladders. But it's like, if I want to get to the end, I can just teleport to the end. I don't have to run all the way through and use the ladders unless I want to explore the area again. You feel sleepy. Alright. Okay, because before we were told that they were specifically stealing women, and it has nothing to do with sneezes. There's something to be said about games that, you know, they have characters tell you about the quests, and then they just leave you to it. Then there's something else to be said about games that's like, oh, here's where the person is. Yeah. I had a feeling it was people are sneezing or sick from some sort of a bug, someone cures them and sends them back. Well, time to go back home and back to sleep, because we've somehow passed through an entire other day. Work back home. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 27. Exactly, that would be 28 spots. Are you going to bed already? Well, I'm going to pass out in 20 minutes if I don't, so yes. Hey, 2 levels, nice.
Are you hitting the hay already? I'm just getting warmed up.
Okay, last day for planting cucumbers, I figure. One, two, three, four, 5, 8. Right. Go to town and buy as many as 8 cucumber seeds.
Bye-bye.
Oh, duh. Right. Obviously. Yes. I keep forgetting that the store actually only opens at 8 because I normally run around the farm and do stuff. And I only get to town at 8. Hmm.
Bye-bye.
I don't know, like, I understand why they have all these different set pieces behind their own loading screens and stuff. But sometimes it just feels kind of ridiculous. Like, oh, you can have the outside of the store and the inside of the store. just be the same loading screen. And I mean, I suppose the reason for that is because the outside of the store is smaller than the inside of the store. So if it was all part of, like, the same scene, they would have to make the outside of the store larger or the inside smaller. But since there are two separate scenes, they can afford to fudge the size of the area a bit more. I'm just planting those seeds. Gotta plant them eventually anyway, so I'm planting them here and now. Everything is being watered, so that's all well and good. Storage box and sort of my goods and such. And now we are ready to go out on an adventure. And everything's probably fine. And like, yeah, I do like the idea that we are given the opportunity for multiple different adventures that we could have gone on. Could have gone to the south and just not done this whole area. That is an option that we could have taken, but we decided to go to the east and do this. Which I guess means that all three of the areas either would have to scale with your level or all be low level. So we finish off one area, the others would then be easier if they're all supposed to be low level. Unless there is an order that we're supposed to do things in, but so it'd be like one low, one medium, one higher level, you know, relative amongst the three. So if you do the higher level one first, then it'd be extra difficulty, but I don't think the game was specifically pushing us in any direction, I'm not sure. What's on your mind? Didn't I work out a whole bunch? Don't have time for that. Is Talia the shadow assassin? I mean, that does happen a lot in games, movies, and shows. Someone introduces a figure that the party has to find. It turns out it's that person. Okay, where are the closest stairs? To the left. I don't know, living here would be neat, but I would be so afraid of these floating stairs. I'm afraid of normal stairs already. Floating stairs? Oh my gosh. It's the Shadow Assassin. Yeah, wait, aren't you the kid we're looking for? This is not a human person. This is a giant plant monster. We're not asking them to kill a human. This is a plant monster. I'm pretty sure it doesn't even have blood. We've killed dozens of other plant monsters. Why can we, like, teleport, like, into the orphanage and out of the orphanage? But it's like, nope, the next part of this mission, we have to walk back to the house. Is time frozen again? Yeah, time is frozen now, because they don't want you to, like, not be able to do this. But they also don't want to just... don't want you to not be able to go to the house. Why is this part here? It could have just been all, like, we could have continued talking outside or been teleported into his house. But no, we have to walk to his house. Why? Why do you have this part? Let's freeze time and make the player walk into his house. What, is this a moment that you're supposed to know that you should save the game? Am I not... like... something happening right here that I should save the game, but the game doesn't tell me this time that I should save? Oh, yeah, maybe I should have saved, because now the orphanage is under attack. You know what? I'll save here. I'm not allowed to save now. I was supposed to save beforehand, but how am I supposed to know, right? So, unfortunately, that's the end of our time today.